G'day team, it's 2024 and I tell you what, we have a huge year of adventure planned going all the way from the southwest of Western Australia through the Kimberley and then onto Broome. But before we do that, we're going to take these two Jimneys down and tackle Calcup Hill.
Calcup Hill?
That's right Dave, Calcup Hill.
Oh no.
The bane of clutches everywhere, and this time last year we actually tackled Yeagarup and we needed a bit more assistance, so I reckon it's time for a bit of a power upgrade on the Wildtrak Jimny.
Do you know someone who can do it in the next 2 weeks?
In 2 weeks, mate, I reckon I've got the guy. Rightio, Dave, here we are at Cuzzy's Automotive. Meet Toby, he's going to be working on the vehicle. Mate. Now, Tobes, what kind of power upgrade are you looking for a little rig like this?
We'll get a great little turbo kit in stock, ready to go for this car.
And where's it going to fit?
Oh mate, there's a great little gap here. We're going to move the washer bottle. It should fit in here perfectly.
And what kind of power upgrade are we looking for an engine like this?
Well, yeah, about 5 or 6 PSI, should nearly double the power of the car.
Wow, that's fantastic. You know what, Dave? I think that this is going to absolutely hammer up Calcup Hill.
With the deadline set, Toby and the team get cracking on the turbo install. These blokes know their way around an engine, and in 1 week they're done and dusted. Time to pick it up.
All right, team, it is 1 week later. We're here at Cuzzy's Automotive because the Turbo Jimny is done. And look at this. What an amazing job, Toby.
Hey, Tony, here you go, mate.
Fantastic, mate. Tell us a little bit about this custom turbo job.
So, yeah, we've got the top mount turbo kit over here, and sealed up airbox leading over to the 3-inch snorkel over here, intercooler mounted up behind the back there. Still ready to roll, mate.
A little bit of custom piping. I can see the Cuzzy's Automotive motif on the front. That's absolutely fantastic. Now, we're going to take this over on a dyno to see exactly how much power we're producing over a stock vehicle so we can share for that at home. But luckily, Dave's stuck at work. So I get to drive the Turbo Jimny for the first time on the freeway and I am looking forward to that.
Awesome.
And I tell you what, mate, this looks like something special. So fantastic job, mate.
No worries, mate.
All right, we're going to crack on and get the Jimny on the road.
With Dave away for work, I'm sure he's excited to hear how the build went. Let's give him a call.
You there, Dave?
Yeah.
Mate, I tell you what, this is an interesting little rig now.
Yeah.
Oh, mate, you're on camera as well, so don't swear.
And does it feel good to drive?
It feels like, so you've been driving the Jimny now for about 18 months. You know how you feel like you're kind of wrestling it everywhere you go? Well, you don't feel like that anymore. It just feels like the car's handling the weight of the vehicle now, but it also feels like you've got plenty of power in reserve for when you need it. And when you give it a little bit of a squirt, you've even got a little bit of a blow-off valve there, mate. So it sounds pretty cool.
I can't hear it through the phone, but I'm excited to hear it.
We've arrived at Tokyo Motorsport for the big test on the dyno. This is going to be interesting.
Right, everyone, so we're here at Tokyo Motorsports. We've taken the Wildtrak rig from the mechanic where we got the turbo fitted down here to throw it on the dyno, and I'm joined by Phil the mechanic.
Mate, how are you?
Fantastic. You may remember Phil from my own YouTube channel, The Mighty Overlander, where Phil does a lot of work on my Jimny. Now, today we're going to be putting the Wildtrak Jimny on the dyno, and this is going to give us some real world numbers in regards to exactly how much power we've increased by fitting this turbo to it. But Phil, for everyone at home, what is a dyno, how does it work, and why are we using it?
Right, so here at Tokyo Motorsports we have a hub pack dynamometer. Now it's just a big fancy word for a machine that we use for testing to check power output and torque figures from the vehicles. So after having the turbo kit fitted to the Jimny, we're going to get a good idea of the torque and power increase for the turbo kit versus a stock standard Jimny.
Now, why are those numbers important? What's that really going to tell us? Apart from the fact of how much we started with and how much we've got now, is this going to give usable information for the driver?
Look, it always does. It gives, the biggest thing I think you're looking for, especially with the Jimny guys, is the torque increase. So the ability to carry more load, you're going to get rid of that sluggish feeling on the road, especially your highway speeds you're always talking about, and overall drivability.
And look, that's one of the things that I've noticed about the Jimny. I've been in the Jimny now for almost 30,000 Ks in 5 years. Once you load them up and you start heading uphill, she turns into an absolute slug. And whilst you're going to be pretty hard pressed to find someone who loves the Jimny as much as old Tony, one thing I don't love is how sluggish they are, especially in those situations. Now, I'm hoping that what we're going to see here on the dyno is a power increase, but in particular that torque increase. So when Dave's like we always say, is potentially one of the most loaded up Jimnys in Australia, is going up those hills, that he's going to be able to get some noticeable driving experience improvement.
Look, and realistically, what he's going to mean is he's going to be able to hold the higher gears because the output of the engine is going to be higher, the torque output's going to be higher, means you're going to be able to maintain those road speeds, especially on those inclines with a fully loaded Jimny.
Happy days. All right, mate. Well, look, let's get her all tuned up, ready to go, and let's see what kind of power increases we've got with the Jimny.
Let's do it.
Let's go. All right, team, so the Wildtrak Jimny is now strapped over with the dyno, ready to run. So we're going to get these power trials running, and this is going to give us those real world numbers that we're talking about with Phil the mechanic. So here we go. Jamie's in the car, and he's going to get it rolling for us now. Righto, so we've just done the first couple of runs on the Wildtrak Jimny, and we've got the numbers, but you're going to have to wait for those because what's the best way to use a dyno?
Well, the best way to use a dyno is having a base result, which would be perfect if we had a stock standard Jimny to compare this one to.
Well, it just so happens we do. So we've actually got my Jimny here. It's out the front, so we're going to grab that and throw that on the dyno, and we're going to see some real world numbers in regards to what a stock Jimny with no engine modification, no exhaust, no nothing.
Yeah.
So whilst my Jimny is quite well modified, there's nothing that has been done power and engine wise.
No, that's right.
So this gives us a really good indication of exactly what kind of power a stock Jimny is doing at the wheels.
Oh, that's
What?
dirty dog.
What do you mean?
Filthy.
No, it's not. It's still got some white on there.
You know what? We're going to do a run with it in, and I'm going to pull it out and see how much difference it makes.
What?
What's your estimate? What's your bet?
Oh, look, what are they, 75 kilowatts flywheel, maybe 55, maybe 60 kilowatts max. Max, yeah. I reckon about that. There's the drivetrain loss plus 125,000 k's on the engine now, so yeah, I reckon that'll be the go.
All right, we'll see.
I'm a little bit nervous, to be honest, because I don't really know what it's going to be capable. So one of the things with my Jimny is I think I was the second or third person in WA to take delivery of it. But we've done some huge trips. We've done the Gun Barrel Highway, we've done the Murchison, we've done the Goldfields, we've done the Southwest. I've done about 50 of my own camping trips. And we've given it not a hiding, it's still really good nick for a 5-year-old car, but what it is a car that's getting used. So this will actually give you some numbers in regards to your own Jimny at home, especially if you're anything like myself and you like to get out and about and have a bit of fun with it, because look, you know, time does take its toll on everything, so we'll see how it goes.
Hey, wait, what was that? What was that?
52 kilowatts.
Look,
Tony's on for the win.
here we go. 52 kilowatts just here.
Look at it, beast.
Hold
That's how much the
Right.
Jimny's making.
Right, hold on. I got a little. We're gonna.
Okay, now also this is something that we're doing here.
Look at this garbage. Again, Tony,
Yeah. All right, we're gonna do it again, but
without the dirty air filter in it. Two kilowatt increase from a dirty air filter.
There you go. We've got the numbers,
We certainly do.
and it's actually very surprising.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm pretty impressed.
Well, one thing I'm not impressed about is the power that's coming out of my car because it's shocking. It's actually about what we thought it would be.
Yeah.
But I'm really impressed at the power gain in between what the Mighty Jimny is.
Yep.
That's absolutely stock. I haven't done anything to the engine at all. No. Versus now what we've got with the turboed Wildtrak Jimny.
car. Yeah, look, and that's the gain of being able to physically put extra air pressure into the car with the extra fuel. Makes all the right noises.
What I'm actually going to be interested to see is, now we do have the numbers for the power increase, we'll share that with you in a moment, but I'm interested to see some real world experience, see what it actually drives like, but more so, how much extra fuel Dave's going to be using on these trips.
Well, at the end of the day, it's all about how heavy the right foot is. So, you know, working on a plethora of turbo cars here at Tokyo Motorsports, even my own personal car is turbocharged. So it's all about how heavy your right foot is. You know, cruising and that sort of stuff should be quite good on fuel, but it's when in your acceleration zones, especially outboard driving, hitting those dunes and whatnot else, that's where you'll probably notice the fuel consumption go up.
I think so. All right, so let's talk about these all important numbers.
Yes.
So the Mighty Overlander, let's start with my Jimny.
Yep.
How much power was that putting out at the wheel?
At the best we got it was 54 kilowatts.
54 kilowatts. Now, the Jimny website basically says 75 kilowatts.
At the flywheel,
We're
yep,
probably
that's
thinking
correct.
that's at the flywheel.
Yep.
So once you take everything off, that's probably about right.
Yep.
Yeah, okay. What was the Wildtrak Jimny, now that it's had a big old fat turbo slap to it?
So that's 95 kilowatts.
95 kilowatts. Percentage gain?
66% increase.
66%. Right, that's brilliant.
That's pretty good.
That's
Anything
pretty
over 50% increase is really, really good as far as that goes. But realistically for these things, it's all about the torque.
Yes.
That's really what's getting you around. So yours made 105 Newton meters.
So 105 Newton meters, which probably explains why it's Captain Slug up the hills.
Yep, a little bit.
Now, what was the Wildtrak Jimny putting out?
So 175.
175. So we're looking at basically a
72% increase in torque overall.
Happy days. So Dave's going to be really stoked with that. But the best part of this entire story is that I get to drive the Turbo Jimny tomorrow down at Tim's Thicket. So I'm going to take it for a bit of a blast before we continue on to Calcup Hill. And we're going to be doing a real world comparison of a naturally aspirated turbo, a naturally aspirated Jimny and a turbo Jimny. But these are going to be two completely different kind of setups as well. So it's going to be very interesting to see how my vehicle tackles Calcup and then how the Wildtrak Turbo Jimny tackles Calcup as well.
I'm looking forward to it.
I think it's going to be pretty fun. Well, look, mate, as always, it's been an absolute pleasure.
No, excellent. It's been great. And thanks for Jamie to run the cars up on the dyno.
Here at Tokyo Motorsport.
Definitely.
And once again, though, as well, thanks to Toby over at Cuzzy's Automotive, who did the install on the turbo as well. So
did a great job.
Great job. So
Yep.
look at that. Workshops working together.
Oh, that's the way.
The team works. All right, team. We will see you down at Calcup Hill.
Well, that's it for this episode. Catch us next time as we take the Wildtrak Jimny and its new turbo on the big dunes for a shakedown. And don't forget to subscribe.